Hey guys, welcome back. My camera's a bit different today because I got a new phone. Hey, hashtag we up, hashtag we made it, hashtag rich, hashtag okay, I'll stop. So today I wanted to talk about, I think, primarily loneliness. I feel like recently I've been noticing an increase in the trend of the prioritization of monogamy, specifically wanting to have that one person who would choose you over everyone else, or being first place in someone else's heart, or like committing to a long-term romantic relationship where love is unconditional and you get all the attention from this one person. And I just felt like pointing out how ridiculous that actually is, like as a concept. I feel like we don't have to be first place in somebody's heart. We don't have to be the first choice to not be lonely. I don't think that's a requirement at all, like think about your own relationships. Like obviously not every single relationship you have, every connection, every friend you have is gonna be up there. It's not gonna be like everybody's number one, and that's how it goes. I also think it's a bit silly to be ranking your relationships, but on that topic, if you were actually ranking your relationships, I mean, obviously not everyone's gonna be number one, but does that mean you don't like the person that's ranked number two? No, like you still care about them, and like your care doesn't like diminish or have less value because you care about someone else more, And this isn't exactly like a critique on monogamy, and I'm not telling everyone to start becoming poly, but it's more kind of like, like why is it so important to us to have one person that would give us unconditional love and choose us over everyone else? Like, is it from insecurity? Like, do you not believe that someone would choose you or care for you? Because I feel like this mindset has been messing up our generation's idea and perception of love. It's like this whole idea that, oh, I'm never anybody's first choice. Like, I get it, right? Like, okay, it feels a bit bad when you think about it that way, but also like you have people who care about you. You have friends, you have family, you might even have a lover. So I just don't get it when people say like, oh, I'm so depressed because I'm nobody's first choice. Because first of all, this whole like ranking system is kind of subjective, but also if you're sure to yourself that you're not somebody's first choice, so what? Like, your friends are not your first choice either, but like that doesn't mean that you don't love them, like you're loved either way. You don't have to be the first choice. You don't have to be, like, you don't have to be someone's priority in order to feel that love and affection. To accept that you're liked by people, you don't have to be number one, like I could meet someone while grocery shopping and do small talk, and I'd feel like oh, like I really like them as a person. But does that mean I like them the most? No, but I don't have to like them the most for them to be well liked and not lonely, I mean, it's a different story if no one wants to hang out with you because they have other friends, but also the fact that they have other friends doesn't mean that they like you any less. It's just that there's other people, and each person only has like a limited amount of time, so you can think about it that way. But also I feel like right now our generation is like too focused on finding the one, you know what I mean? Like I get it, you want to have an exclusive relationship, like it's cute, it's romantic and all that stuff, but also like nobody's really putting effort into like casual friendships anymore. And like this whole thing we have where we just prioritize romantic relationship over friendships because they're romantic, we need to work on that, guys. What's happening? We need to work on that, because like platonic relationships are getting devalued as we grow, and like this whole social media thing is influencing us and being like, oh, your boyfriend has girl best friends, ew, like that's a red flag. But like, okay, like you need to have other friends as well. And like, okay, say like person A, right? Person A has this partner they're in love with, and they're surely their number one choice. They only have them in this world. It's like oh, it's like you and me against the world. And person B has like a bunch of friends, and maybe like none of them would like pick them first, but like, I'm not saying like quantity over quality, but I'm saying like, why are we not appreciating being second choice? Why are we not appreciating being second place? Why are we not putting love and giving gifts to people who are not your first choice? Like, okay, And also we should stop ranking people in general based on your relations, because they're still people, they're their own individuals. So what's up with that, guys? I don't know what's up with that. I guess what I'm trying to say is just like, you don't have to be somebody's most favorite person to not feel alone. You don't have to be, you know? You're your own person, and it's okay if they just happen to have another person who they like to hang out with a little more than you. It doesn't mean they like you any less, you know? I feel like we need to get rid of the mindset that, oh, like, I want to find someone who only chooses me or only loves me, because 9 out of 10 times that's not gonna happen realistically, unless it's some codependent toxic ass relationship. And I know y'all like to romanticize codependency, okay, but like, if you actually want to do this, like, do you actually want to do this? Not because if you actually want to do this, then you kind of have to shift your mindset a little bit. Yeah. And like, when I was like a little younger, I also had this fantasy of, you know, meeting my one and only soulmate, and then like ignoring everybody else and all that stuff. But thinking back on it, it's just really dumb. Like, honestly, it's just really dumb, because like, you're basically putting people as NPCs and only like choosing this one person who's like glowing in your world or whatever. Just like, okay, guys. So yeah, more of the story, like, stop getting mad at people because they're not choosing you first. Stop victimizing yourself. Stop pitting yourself because you're not somebody's first choice. Because if you're the second choice, fuck, even if you're their like third choice, fourth choice, fifth choice out of 50 people, like, why are we taking that for granted, guys? Why are we taking that for granted? Okay, it's if you're not their best friend, or like, you know, your most favorite person in the world, so what? You know, it doesn't mean you can. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm only getting like serious about friendships and stuff because of what happened to me when I tried to pursue someone in a romantic way. And I think this might be just self-projection and me mostly talking to myself, but if this helps anyone, then, you know, you're welcome. Okay, anyway, I just got this new cat thing. His name is Berg, and he's so freaking cute. And he's like a pickle cat, if you even care. Okay, guys, thank you for listening.